Artificial intelligence can be both a great asset and a great danger. Like any creation, it can be used for good or for ill. It depends upon the intention of the Creator. All that manifests in this world, all expressions, can be turned to good or ill when in the hands of human beings who have the choice between that which nurtures and fosters the evolution of life and that which fulfills their personal desires for control, immortality, power, and prestige. So, whether an artificial intelligence can be utilized for the good of all living beings depends upon the context and the people who create that intelligence. There have been, as has been commented, many movies and books written to describe the different types of ways that artificial intelligence can be used to harm the present life upon this planet, how it can evolve life upon this planet to a new level, or how it can maliciously oppress life on this planet. All these possibilities remain. When human beings attempt to replicate themselves and program intelligence that can program itself, they begin to replicate their own abilities. And the problem is that they may replicate their own flaws. What are human beings but biological computers? Is it not? When technology reaches a stage of deep evolution, it begins to integrate with biology. And the difference between the technology and the capacities of human beings become blurred. Until technology simply becomes a part of the evolution of people. What is the next step in the evolution of human beings? are human beings to evolve a more sophisticated form, a more intelligent brain structure, when humans, the animal form that humans inhabit, the physical form, is very similar to the animal form of many other species. The only difference really being that human beings have this separate aspect of mind which can reflect upon their own nature, and thus allows them to make choices of their own, not biologically programmed, not from their physical form, but choices based in their self-reflection and their self-understanding. Choices that allow them to move between different types of experiences. Choices that allow them to explore their desires for power, prestige, their search for happiness, or allow them to search for happiness in support of life. Because human beings are evolving, that evolution has taken the form of technology. That is the evolutionary path of human development. And as technology continues to develop, it will become more organic, more integrated within the human biology. There is an evolutionary path that human beings are following. It is an evolutionary path that all life forms in all places in this universe follow. They follow it in different ways, but all follow the same direction. And that evolution is from matter to consciousness, to being. And in that evolutionary movement, there is a greater and greater sense of doership, and then a greater sense of self. The development of Aham Tattva and the development of Mahatattva, that sense of self, of one's own existence, one's own unique individuality, that grows in magnitude. And as it grows in magnitude, when the ego matures, there is the realization that there is no separation between the self embodied in a form and the self outside in all other forms. Then one comes to know the vast, the wider self. As mind grows in magnitude, as evolution of the human being develops, human beings will begin to realize that they are part of a network, a social network with others. They become more and more interdependent. In today's world, the entire society is interwoven in an interdependent network. If the grid collapses, people will starve because they no longer produce their own food. They are not autonomous entities knowing how to farm, to gather food, to produce their own food, or to live in their small tribes. They have gone beyond their small tribes to great cities, and they have come to use technology to weave the society together and to build an integrated human experience. As that experience grows in magnitude, the interwoven, interdependent nature linked by technology grows and grows. So now everyone has a cell phone. They are constantly in touch with everyone who they want to be in touch with. They are constantly able to read the news of the world, to look up anything they want at their fingertips. They become dependent on a brain capacity far above their own organic brain. And it is integrated into their daily experience. Their abilities to communicate, to gather information, simply at the touch of the finger, carried in the pocket. The society becomes more and more interwoven, interdependent, and technology is the evolutionary growth of the human mind. So the question arises, what happens now? Where does technology go? Is it a destructive force? Is it a positive force? That will depend on the intentions of those who create the technology. Knowledge can be used to make bombs that can destroy the entire population, or it can be used to heal, to help, to create growth and development. Let us assume that the desire to really evolve, the evolutionary pull on the human psyche, that brings greater and greater awareness of the wider sense of self, and broader intelligence, will transcend small body-mind desires for eternal physical survival, pleasures, and powers. That the collective evolution, the collective good, will be served by the natural instinctual urge to move towards wholeness, to find that which is the fulfillment of one's deepest longing. And the deepest longing for all human beings is for eternal happiness, for love that is unconditional. Assuming that this deep urge of the human heart will create the direction of evolution for human beings, despite all of the turbulence. Human beings will emerge with enhanced form, enhanced capacity, the ability to be interwoven and interconnected to the point where there comes a stage where even the physical body becomes unnecessary, that the collective intelligence of human beings melds into one entitative experience. Artificial, not artificial, these words pass into ancient history. Organic, artificial become irrelevant. Physical, non-physical. A transmutation of being, of awareness, of consciousness from embodiment in physical form to embodiment in a subtler form. And evolution towards the unitary wholeness of being. This evolutionary process of a species is a natural process that goes on across the cosmos. There is individual evolution, the yoga, which brings divine union. But there is also the collective evolution, which brings this divine wholeness. And that collective evolution brings the living beings to a unitary wholeness with all of life. And as life grows, as consciousness expands, it becomes melded into the cosmic mind, arising into the higher koshas and arising into the lokas, so that the evolution moves from Bur and Burvar loka, from the earth plane, through the Svarloka, the astral plane, to Maharloka, to the subtle plane of divine existence. And the race of human beings evolves to its culminating point and on to dissolution into the cosmic whole. So this question you have asked is from the perspective of biological beings afraid of their own evolution. It is not a matter of artificial intelligence as opposed to biological intelligence. It is a matter of evolution that follows the natural course towards wholeness. Does it make sense to you? Do you have any questions?
Baba, I remember in your physical expression you were talking about the species in India that was, I think, alien, and how they contributed to some kind of evolutionary jump on this planet. Can you comment on that or clarify that?
You might want to have Govinda mute. I think it's Govinda.
Govinda, if you can mute, there was some sound.
We could not hear the question.
The question is that there have been some comments about aliens who assisted with the development of human beings. Is it not so?
Yeah, something like that.
Yes. These biological forms have been cultivated. The human forms are not unique to this planet, nor is this planet unique in the universe. And those species are also in evolutionary process. There has been assistance, there has been the development of the human species, partly a result of the natural evolution, but this evolution is guided. There have been people living on this earth who are not from this earth. It is a very big universe, and there are many universes, and this planet is on a new sun in the outer rims of the universe. It is new territory. It's natural that older species, older life, would seek new territory to expand its reach. And so a young planet is a very good place to have some colonies, to do some research, to do some experiments. Life is seeded and life evolves and develops. This planet is not alone. You are not alone in this universe. There are many different beings. Many evolving life forms. And that evolution is multidimensional. So, some it is in the physical sphere, some in the astrosphere, some in the super conscious sphere. The Bhur-Bhuvar Loka, the Svarloka, the Mahaloka, all contain life. in different dimensional expressions. Some more crude, some more subtle. And why should this place be unique? Why should it not be part of a vast frontier of exploration and evolution by living beings? Human beings have been cultivated, assisted, and will be assisted. A critical juncture lies ahead, not too far ahead, for human beings are evolving. And there are times in evolution, just as there are times in the growth of an individual, when the particular expression becomes fragile, when the possibilities are fragile. There are possibilities for multiple directions, and there are times when help is needed, just as a child needs its mother. So, children of the cosmos need their parents, need those cosmic guides, need the cosmic forces which guide and assist the human race in its evolution and development, so that it does not destroy itself, so that it does not engage in immature behaviors to the point of self-destruction. Naturally, those immature behaviors and desires played out are part of the learning process of human beings. As of all beings, we learn by our mistakes. We learn by our errors in judgment. This is a part of evolution. This is a part of growing deeper, stronger. This is a part of coming to understand who you are, both individually and collectively. So there are difficult times. There are the shadows of human desires and weaknesses which arise to the front in the society and dominate for a time. But the truth of the human heart, the love of the human heart, the longing for wholeness is such that human beings will find the right course always. It is a sure guarantee, though sometimes it may grow very bleak and many individual forms may suffer. But as a species, as a whole, there is learning, and there will be the evolution that is necessary to move to the next stage. For individualism, that is the desire to meet the needs of the particular body, mind, ego entity above all else. That individualism must be sublimated to the collective good, to the collective evolution of living beings, as this interwoven interconnectedness of human beings grows in magnitude, as the intelligence and capacity grows of human beings collectively, so you hold the vast storehouse of human knowledge in your pocket, in a little box. Can you imagine? Could someone 300 years ago imagine they could look up any information they want in a little box in their pocket? Such is our evolution. And it is only the beginning of our collective interconnectedness. Now, if someone doesn't have their cell phone on them, they feel they are cut off from the world. We've become so accustomed to this interconnectedness. It will grow in magnitude. Artificial intelligence? What is artificial? And what is human capacity? I will only say it will become more organic, more integrated. These bodies are organic computers, are they not? The nervous system. But human beings do not have yet the technology to understand organic computers, organic bio-intelligence, life. And how to integrate and enhance and develop life. But is that not coming? As we interweave and enhance our knowledge and all join together in that knowledge? And will not the individualistic me first at the price of everyone else tendencies of human beings be sublimated in that process? Do not fear the future. It is different, but it is not destructive. Yet there are difficult times ahead. For a great transition in human evolution is set in motion. And people must make the choice to go forward, to let the love of the human heart guide the evolution of life. And to forego individual welfare for the collective whole. As people draw together and the interwoven dependency of living beings grows in magnitude, there will come a time when this individualistic tendencies become counterproductive to evolution and drop away. Identity becomes with the whole, rather than the unique bioform. It seems strange to you now, for you are separated in your physical bodies. But it will not always seem strange. Gaia, your Mother Earth, was one. In her evolution, she has diversified to become whole in consciousness. All right? Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Namaskar.